I go back to the question about calling to this ministry. And the year was 1981, and I was beginning my the pre-novitiate training at Casa San Felipe in East LA, and part of the Franciscans in the West Coast. And I was volunteering at Central Juvenile Hall, and I remember this little girl, I will call her Mary, because I don't vaguely remember the name, and that's really not important, but she must have been around 9-10-year-old at Central Juvenile Hall. And she was sitting on the walkway to one of the buildings. She was sitting on the bench outside and just rocking herself. And later on, I found out that rocking was due to her, she had been using PCP, okay? So that was the after effects, the drug on her system. And I remember just sitting next to her. I came over and I sat next to her, and I asked her, what's your name? And, and there was no answer. And then I sat there for a little bit, and then she said, she kept nodding, and I said, okay, then, well, I gotta go, but you have a good day. And then she just reached over and held my hand and just says, stay. So I sat there with her for a little while. And I think to me that was a sense of a calling to a ministry of presence. And that's what I would reflect years later, going through theology and training with the Franciscans, and looking back at that experience, those early experiences of volunteering at the Central Juvenile Hall, but a sense of calling, a ministry of presence, that sometimes that's all you do. That's all you do with inmates, yes, men or women. And it always reinforces that calling, just to think about that young lady, that young girl, whom I will call Mary at this point.